Hello, beautiful people out there. So today, I'm going to be discussing the last chapter for the metaphysics book. This chapter is about numerology. Also, another thing that I would like to say is that in the last chapter, I forgot to discuss one theory, which is about coincidence. Many people say, "Oh my God, what a coincidence! I ran into this person. I was just thinking about them, and then I saw them at the supermarket," for example. The book states that there's no such thing as a coincidence, that everything has a reason why and a reason behind it. So everything, like certain things are just part of destiny or part of the puzzle in which you don't know why this is happening, but at the end of your life or at certain point in your life, you will see how everything comes together. There's no really such thing as a coincidence. I know that's a very difficult concept to understand or grasp, but that's what the last chapter states. Okay, so moving on to this chapter. This chapter is about numerology. I personally don't believe too much in numerology, but for those that are interested in knowing about it, I will be discussing it today. Okay, so numerology, it's based upon getting a number with your date of birth, and then it tells you the type of person, the type of traits that you will have depending on the final number that you get. So let's say you were born January 1st, 1980. If you add up the numbers, for instance, 1 for January, 1 for January 1st, and then you add up the numbers 1980, then you will be adding 1 plus 9 plus 8 plus 0. If you add up all those numbers, you will get the number 20. So in numerology, you have to get a single number. So 20 is not a single number because it has two digits. So then you will reduce that number by continue adding. So then you would add 2 plus 0 for 20, and you get number 2. So in the numerology, if you were born on this date, you will be a number 2. So you would have to get a piece of paper, add your numbers for your birthday, and then find out what traits you have according to your number. Kind of like horoscope, but a little different. Okay, so the master numbers in numerology are number 11 and number 22. Those numbers are masters because they are very knowledgeable people, and they kind of have traits of all of the numbers between 1 through 9. So they have multi traits. If you were born with and ends up that you are a number 11 or a number 22. I forgot to say this part also. If you add up your numbers and you get a number 11, don't reduce it down to a 2. It will stay an 11. If you add up your numbers for your birthday and you get a number 22, you leave it as a 22. You do not reduce it down to make it into a 4 because those are master numbers. Okay, so let's start off with number 1. If you add up your birthday numbers and you get a number 1, number 1 are people who are leaders, guides. They prefer to relate to themselves, and they prefer to work by themselves, not to work with others. They of desire to create and to be original. They do not like to copy others. Okay, so number 2, if you add up your numbers and your result is number 2, these people have a need to have love. They love society, they love companionship, they like to work with others, they prefer love, to do things with love, and they prefer to do things for others in with love. Okay, so number 3 are people that like to give happiness. They love to give happiness. They like to demonstrate happiness to the person that they love. Okay, so number 4 are people who like to give respect and solidarity. They like to serve others, and they like to give. They're kind of like the person that's like the rock, the security. They like to give a sense of security either to the family, to a company where they work at. They give a sense of security to other. Number five, people who their birthday adds up to be a number five. These are people who um, they like to have their personal liberty. They like to have their freedom to travel, learn new languages, sciences, sports. They don't like to be tied down to anything. Number seven are people who they are usually silenced and live their life very intensely and very poorly understood by other people. Number eight are people who are like to do big things. They like to manipulate and they like to achieve great success in their life, and they're very much into materialism of the world. Number nine are people who like to serve others. They like to give people the benefit of the knowledge that they hold within inside of them. They have great faith of their power and they know the power that they hold within inside themselves. Okay, so then now we're going to go into the master numbers. Number 11. Number 11 are people who would like to show their beauty, and they are really much recognized for their beauty. They tend to be very impractical. They're very universal, and they do not like to get preoccupied with um, anyone's problems or they don't like to be preoccupied with anyone's personal problems. Okay, so number 22 are people who like to construct perfection. They like to construct things for eternity, maybe like a statue or a huge building. Um, they also carry traits from each and every one of the numbers in numerology. So for instance, they have the leadership of number one. They have the charity quality, the love bond of number two. They have the imagination of number three. They have the patience of number four. They have the liberty of number five. They have the the balance of number six. They have the spirituality of number seven. They have the executive power of number eight. They have the love for the humanity for number nine, and they have the vision of number 11. So that's pretty much it. This is the last chapter for the book review. I hope you guys liked my version of the book review. It was great for me to review this book. I haven't read this book in a very long time, and I believe it or not, I remembered things that I haven't thought about since the first time I read the book. So if you want to leave any comments down below in regards to the numerology, you guys can tell me what number you are when you add up your birthday. Let me know. And try to guess what number am I. Anyways, hope to see you guys soon. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Leave any comments down below. Share my channel too. Thank you and have a good night.